No, we'll fish it. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. So I'm not Sheriff Bertha and I'm not here for the Sheriff's Department first. We figured out our cell phone issue, but the coroner's office is desperately in need of a phone. We have no phone lines, no internet, anything that runs out to our building, so we all use our personal cell phone. I have money in my budget to pay for a cell phone for the remainder of next year. I put on my budget request for a cell phone or two for one of my deputies as well for next year, so we would just need permission to get the cell phone.
You had a desk phone in that shed.
No.
Running off the internet.
I have no internet, no phone access, anything out there. We run off the Wi-Fi from the sheriff's department.
Right.
We don't have any phones.
Okay. You need two this year. You got nothing.
I don't know if we could do two this year because I don't want to overextend our budget. I know that we could do one safely.
Yeah.
So I could maybe swing two, but I don't want to throw that out there until I know because we need a lot of supplies right now. So.
I think she's talking about either.
I'll make the motion that we approve that.
I'll second. All in favor? Alright.
Okay, and then Stanley,
Yep.
you're up. We had a quote sent, which we've also kind of talked about because we didn't know where it started from. For all of the door locks, access panels, card readers and everything. It's about 77,421 on the quote. The locks, we've had nothing but problems with all the locks and everybody's aware of that. My understanding is somebody from the commissioners asked for us to look into another alternative. Stanley did that.
An alternative
So-
vendor to see if there's any
And these locks are there to good effect.
Yes,
Before, that's why we couldn't change locks.
Right,
So we don't, I mean, if we do this, we don't have to do it.
we don't need any additional hardware for the dispatchers to be able to control the doors.
we don't have any money in our budget for $77,000 in locks. I mean, there's no way I can even try to come up with something. So, but I have to just kind of throw this back at you because it is an issue that needs to be done. It needs to be addressed. The quote did expire on 5/9. We tried to reach out to the guy just now and didn't get a response back. Because Stanley said that he's pretty good about the same amounts. So, I just want to kind of give that to you and see where you want us to go from here with that. It needs to be addressed.
Is this one of the areas included in what was discussed with the council or utilization of the ARPA funds?
I don't believe this one.
No. I think it should be tabled until we talk about it.
Yeah, let's table it. And it's kind of.
And we're not gonna leave it off.
No, that's fine.
No, but that'll give them the chance to make sure they've got a current quote for it instead of.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you will, ask them how long.
yeah, try to get a quote that's good for closer to 60 or 90 days rather than
We're going
15.
to table it tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
That's it. Stanley. Stacy and Stanley are.
So this is for the 911 recorder. That is the one that we currently have now. After September, I believe we no longer have any support for it, right?
But not only enough for it, it's getting turned off.
Yeah, it's outdated. It's and I do believe that they budgeted for the ARPA.
I'm gonna say I thought that was-
Yeah. So there's two other quotes from J and K, and then the current one that we have, if you guys want to see those as well. Yes. J and K.
Which
That
one are you-
one, I would prefer that one. The Nelson.
Nelson?
the even type. There's a lot of other agencies that use that one as well, so.
You said the old system will be shut off in September?
Yeah.
What happens to the recording, the preservation of the recordings on that system?
They can keep those up for a year, I believe, so. we still have
Well, if
that.
the system's off, where's where the recording is stored? Okay, yeah. So we've got a few months to figure out,
Mhm.
you know, how to preserve those records, the ones that need to be preserved.
Thought that retention should be a year though, but. that's something else.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Have you talked to the other agency?
Yeah, and they came and did, like a demo for us too. I think in return to Silver, they really liked them.
And our funding.
Yeah, the ARPA funding are set aside.
We have some kind of type of reports in regards to it. And this reports all the radio traffic, not just 911.
I'll make the motion to approve the quote from Nelson Systems for a replacement recording system for $12,995.24 to be paid from ARPA. It's on the back. I'll amend that for the amount of $34,184.09
Out of ARPA.
out of ARPA.
I'll second that. All in favor?
All right.
Yes. I don't. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
No, Stacey, you did more copies of it for everyone.
That's third. You got there, sir.
Hey,
guys.
PowerPoint.
There we go.
Chair.
Slideshow, two more over.
My name is Gene. I'm the CEO of Serve. This is Jim and Scott. Last time we met, we talked about, we were gonna apply for an Indiana Next Level Tech grant, and we were just awarded that grant last week. So we just wanted to tell you about it. We're just here to tell you about it, tell you what's going on. It's actually pretty exciting to start counting. So are you driving who's driving the power?
It's right there.
Okay, got it. I'll do it. So this is just kind of what we've done so far. We're pretty much done building in Knox. We're pretty much done building in North Judson. Coons Lake is underway. We're gonna restart Hamlet. We were awarded about 200 homes as part of a different grant program that we're currently building right now. It's going a little bit slower because we have to get permission to attach to KVRMC poles and some NIPSCO poles, and just, they're really great to work with in terms of KVRMC. It's just a little slower process. So, and all in so far, we've invested about 5.3 million. But what we're really excited about is this next thing. So when we all met with you a few months ago, we told you we're going to apply for the grant. You guys offered to do 500,000 matching for that. So as you can see here, Surf is going to invest 8.2 million. The state's going to invest 2.93. You guys are going to invest 500,000 for a total of 11.72 million in the county. And the cool thing is that project has to be done in 2 years. So we're waiting on, we signed the acceptance of the funding from the state last week. And now there's a bunch of red tape, like environmentals and all that stuff that we gotta go through. The first round, the last round took over a year to get from that point to start. This time they said they're gonna make it much faster because there's another grant coming behind it that they have to decide what's gonna happen with this before they can do the next one. So we think we'll actually be able to start construction in about 60 days. And with the last grant that we won through this program, we completed the whole thing in about a year and 4 months from the time they awarded the funds to the time we finished. So the thing that I wanted to just mention to you is there's a total of 4,365 addresses that will be served by this grant. I actually don't know what the population of Stark County is, so those are households, not people. So there's 2.2 people per house, so that's about, like 10 or 11,000 households. So I have no idea what the population is, but it's got to be a pretty good percentage of the county at that point. Okay, awesome. So the grants directly fund 3,176, and we're going to privately fund the other 1,200 or whatever. The thing that we're working on now is we all met together a while ago, and we decided, I think you brought it up, so how about using some fixed wireless?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what's the split with those households
Yeah, so about
between fiber and fixed wireless?
only 750 are fixed wireless.
Okay, good.
And our goal now is to, well, let me show you on the next slide here. So there's one more grant program that's currently available. They're gonna award it on July 25th. It's called the Indiana Connectivity Program. There were only 48 eligible addresses in the county that we could bid on. We bid on all 48. If we win it, we'll win 230K in state funds, and we're gonna match it with 750K of SURF funds. So that's another $1 million. It's not part of what we've already been talking about. Those 48 addresses are part of the 750 that are fixed wireless, so that would take that total down to 700. So the next thing we're working on is, there's another grant program coming out called BEAD. And we'd like to figure out how many addresses of those 700 are BEAD eligible. Like, our goal would be to use fixed wireless as a Band-Aid to get you all the fiber.
Right.
So this is really just an update. We're here to answer any questions, but we're super excited.
Because BEAD is not supposed to include the fixed wireless, so from what I understood.
It will,
As far as what was included in what Indiana was planning to do with the BEAD program.
yeah, fixed wireless is eligible if it uses FCC license frequencies.
Okay.
And we bought a license for this county,
Okay.
but it's still a Band-Aid. It's not fiber. And so we want to try to get everybody to fiber, but we realize that this is a big county and people are pretty spread out once you get outside of the population centers. So we may have to use some fixed wireless. All that to say, we're probably gonna come back in 30 or 60 days, and after we get all the details about what it would take to convert, and just talk about what options there are. One of the things with the BEAD program is it requires a 25% match. And we don't have enough to know the numbers yet, so there's no ask here, it's mostly just FYI, and so you don't have any questions.
On the first grant you got of that, when you first started, you said it was gonna help the cemetery area.
It is, yeah, so this, actually, this,
Yeah, I was trying to look at everything on the map.
I don't know how we go back, do you know how to go back? I'll
Just
put your mouse. There, that'll work.
Not too far.
That's okay, if you just go to the third slide. There you go. So this grant funds fiber all the way to the doorstep of San Pierre. Then we're gonna build that town with our own private fund.
Okay. I know you said
Yeah.
that from the get-go.
Yeah, that was our goal, was just to get there. Yep, exactly.
And
So
I was, the other major location I'm always got interested in is if we're gonna be pushing a fiber line to the Oregon Davis School.
yeah, I think they're already served by NITCO or something.
Are they?
I think so. I'm not sure. We'll check into that. So for those of you in the audience who are looking, the teal colored dots are the dots that are gonna be served with fiber. And the green dots are the ones that are gonna be served with fixed wireless. I know it's really hard to see from back there, but
We have timelines for that Bass Lake area.
Bass Lake's under construction now.
Okay, what about New York and over? All the blue between 23 and Total Road.
Yeah, that's part of the grant that we have 2 years from the time that we get the final contract from the state.
Okay, so we're about 2 years out.
Between you and me, I hope it'll be like 6 months,
So do I.
but it's really on the state.
It's one thing I really enjoyed about your company, as we saw with Knox, once you get started, you move quickly.
Thank you. We try. Yeah, so that's it. Just really FYI, see if you all have any questions. We're really excited to keep our word and deliver what we talked about. Everybody's gonna be looking.
Yeah.
You have to say to you guys?
So like Gene said, on the tail end of this, sooner than later, we're going to keep in touch with you also for your support with our BEAD efforts. So we're going to be wanting like another letter of support, like we came in before, but I don't see for something that's current, just to show a strong collaboration and support in what we're doing.
Yeah.
Rachel, do we have everything in place for making that $500,000 payment that we pledged?
That's all we're going to do. That's.
Council really has to agree exactly where it's coming.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I need exactly what that's.
And they agree to it.
Yeah, they agree to it. We just haven't
We're a few months out. So
Alright.
got some.
You guys have been real good to work with too. These are kind of fresh off the press for us, things that we're doing to get the word out about bead and our efforts. That book and our white paper about bead, and just all the things that we're doing to contribute to help counties like start.
Appreciate the update.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having us. Thanks for inviting us into your county. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You've been good to work with, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the red lines are fiber, yeah, no, sorry,
Go
the
ahead.
red lines are fiber that are underground.
Okay,
The yellow lines are fiber that are on poles.
okay. I
And
was just afraid there because I think the red is my house. And I was like, did
Yeah,
that?
that- it just- it's in the area and he doesn't have any poles over there and get people under that. Where the poles are able to hold the fiber or whatever.
We must still be blue then, because we do have our ANC poles. So- And brand new ones, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thanks.
We move on.
Yeah. I would be too.
No, no, that's fine.
Great.
The start of the commissioners would like to offer Rachel 5-year contract. Thank you, right.
Oh. He was here Saturday.
If you will accept.
Make the motion to approve the employment agreement as presented.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye. Now you gotta stay on top of everything. you know.
Absolutely. Can I go ahead and start my report?
Yep, yep.
In the last few weeks, we've been, it's back.
It's the cord, and they're running it over. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
go ahead.
In the last few weeks, we've been busy working on the pug mill machine and making pug. We have run into a few hurdles that we're still working with on the pug mill machine before we can finish our supply that we want to make this year, but I expect by the end of the week to have everything back up and running. Actually, I got an update before the meeting and the things that were fixed on it are fixed and they're running pug right now. I don't expect our late start to be a problem this year. We're still gonna have plenty of time to pave what we wanted to during this season. Our current pug mill machine was purchased in the amount of $157,000 used many, many years ago. I don't even have record when it was purchased. I'm thinking 2006. And then our current paver was purchased used $62,000 many years ago as well. I don't have exact years on both those purchases, but we're trying to work with what we have this year, but it's imperative that we upgrade these two assets soon, as they are the main source of preservation for our infrastructure within Stark County. So
I know that paper was purchased when Rick was there. I remember.
was it?
Like
purchased
the
from
last
Richardson?
year or two when he was there.
Okay. Yeah. We just put $8,000 of work into it and we're gonna see how it does.
Seems like every year we've got money into that. And that's getting old.
I did find out, yeah, go ahead.
Then you gotta look into some.
Yeah, I did find out that, we can purchase, a paver with 1173 money. So I actually have money in 1173 when we come to that point. I had a quote from Cat, but I haven't gotten, answer of if it was Sourcewell quote or not, because with Sourcewell, it's a little different than non-Sourcewell, so that's what I'm waiting for from Cat for the paver quote. So hopefully, I'd like to purchase a paver this year and then a pug mill machine before we start pugging next year. And then we'll have, I mean, we have that, both of those purchased, I mean, we'll be set for making our own asphalt and lane.
If something come up though, we could do without the plug mill for now.
Yeah, we
I
can,
mean, as long as going, we could buy someone else.
yes, we can rent a plug mill machine from Central Paving, and actually Marshall County offered to make us plug if they had time this year too. This past week, we've been able to start mowing the landfill. As you know, this is not an easy job. I expect the first round of mowing landfill to be finished later today. We have been able to have at least 3 mowers out on a regular basis. However, we have run into several problems with the mowing equipment itself. The tractors are not the issue, it's the mowing arm on several of the tractors. We have looked into replacing these arms with the 88-inch SHD rear flail mower, which will fit the John Deere model. I have received a quote from Sourcewell in the amount of $10,542.90. Right now, they are out 120 to 150 days. So this is not gonna help us this mowing season, but we really need to get these purchased in time for next season. Cause it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Not really.
Is one of those right now, is there, you have one with a flail on it? Well, they're not blades that can go this, they usually go this way.
Really?
Mhm.
Huh, I'll have to look into that. No, I
Cause
did
that,
not
I don't know, all the flails I know, I wouldn't really
go with that one.
go with that, but
So maybe I can send,
it's all right with just grass, but.
Can I
if
send
get
you
brush and stuff, it might hurt it.
can I send you what this guy sent me and make a suggestion on
Mhm.
what I need to be looking for? Because I gave him a picture of what we currently have with the tractor that it goes to, you know,
Mhm.
I think they're John Deere's 5200 series or something. And this is what he come up with, but if it's not what we have now, I need to, you know, I need
Yeah,
to know that.
yeah.
So I gotta talk to you about that. We have hired a new lead mechanic. He will be going through his onboarding process this week and will start working for the county within the next few weeks. We have also hired another highway maintenance worker. This individual has a Class A CDL with hazmat endorsements. He also has experience in running the distributor truck, will come in handy for future chip seal projects. Everything with the community crossing grants are still on schedule. The 2023-02 CCMG grant for chip seal program. Central Paving has actually been hauling in stone needed for this project to the old gravel pit on 700 East. US Aggregates just purchased that. This is Mhm. Yeah, this is a prime location. It is near the 2 sections of roads that will be completed. The project consists of 15 miles, which will include total road between Highway 23 and County Line, 1200 East, and also 1150 East between 225 South and 625 South. This project will only take approximately 2 to 3 days. 2024-01 CCMG, we have been awarded for the grant for the HMA overlay on 600 North in certain areas from 600 East to State Road 23. I have the plans, like if you guys want to see the depth of milling and paving that they're going to do on 600 North in those sections, I have those. Anybody wants to review those. And then 400 North from US 35 to Range Road. And then the new road that was just built in Deerview Estates, also known as Johnson subdivision. This bid was awarded to Milestone Contractors, and I do have the contract for you guys to sign. Just did review and had to put one of the contracts on his letterhead, and then this just goes with that scope.
You guys,
I'll make the motion that we accept the.
And they should be getting started in the next couple of weeks on that. I'll let you know when exactly.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
2 of our drivers, as well as myself and the foreman, have completed PASER training this year. PASER is the pavement surface evaluation and rating that we are required to complete every year to ensure the LTAP. This is how we help determine what roads are going to be paved, what roads are going to be chip sealed, etc. Our bridge maintenance program has been in place for several weeks now.
I know they're about down half, they've done the north side of the county, so if you wanna look at any of the bridges that they've done, go north. The bridge crew goes out to each and every bridge in Stark County and weed eats around the bridge as well as down the bank next to the bridge. Then they take the air compressor, spray off the debris before they wash the bridge down with the fire truck, which is the fire truck that we own. We're about halfway through our bridges in Stark County. So busy. We're gonna get started paving late this year, but that's okay. We'll get it all finished. And then, I also have, so I sent the annual financial report, well, Jessica sent the annual financial report to the Board of Commissioners back in May. I need that approved.
What's the latest in 300? The bridge.
That's there too.
Motion to set the budget.
I'll make most of it, set the report.
That annual financial report is almost, is an exact replica from basically our financial system. We just really have to put it in two different areas.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Sorry, I keep talking in between emotions. Will you sign this one that doesn't have copy on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you signed the one that had the copy on it.
Which, yeah,
That's what you give.
she did. She doesn't like this, she wants that.
You give it to me, right?
Yeah, I gave it to you. So the last thing,
That the last thing, what's this thing?
that is for that NIPSCO agreement that you guys did last meeting, but he just sent it to your board to sign. Okay, last thing is Bridge 137 LPA consulting contract, which this is for Bridge 137 on County Road 300 over the Yellow River, 300 East. I need you guys to approve and sign the consulting agreement, which is the normal LPA contract that you always sign for bridges. But Mike is here from the FNS in case you have any questions about Bridge 137, like, you know, when they're possibly gonna get it started, if there's anything holding it up, or I was notified that we might be paying about $400,000, $400,000 to $500,000 more on this bridge. Because 6 years ago, when this was all started, the amount that we estimated and applied for the grant may not cover what it's actually gonna cost now. And I contacted NDOT, they don't have any money, extra money in the fiscal year to help pay for that overage, but I think I'll be able to manage it with the help of the council. Pay for whatever, because we have to get like this, we
And
can't
this
put
isn't
this off.
something we could. Wait. Not wait, but. Arrange things so that, since we were so under budget with. The CCNG thing. With that in round 2 this year.
It can't be included in round 2 because we've already been approved for a certain amount for this, but yeah. You have any-
There's not a mechanism to, you know, since it's. That long of a time frame to go back and say, hey. We're approved for this amount from back then. But the situation's changed and we're. Not using everything that we were eligible for this year.
Right,
Let's
yep.
move things around more efficiently, but that's.
Yeah, I actually tried to get it pushed one year out further too, but there's no budget money in that year either that the state has extra to put toward this project. Are you aware of the money stuff that's going on?
Vaguely, Jake Demo, could not be here today, so I apologize, I'm talking to him today. So, what is going on the project, okay, yes, but, you know, do this. But my understanding, the project is going to be December, I think, something like that. did indicate, I saw an email hold back, so it's not. It makes money, but they won't want to allow levy, which. Doesn't do.
Right.
I guess they all that on to about some money out there. Maybe I go there in December. Started construction soon. That part I don't know.
Do you start next year in April, you said?
I assume they will. The bridge, again, I don't know much, the bridge is open currently.
Right. Yes.
So
Yes. there's a-
Usually the Port District will not go construction.
Do you have any idea how long it takes?
I've not seen the contract schedule. I would say 6 months, but I'm not sure. I guess, they figured, 25 weeks. So it's gonna be more like. Yeah, I guess 6 months.
What are we doing, right, being 50, you know?
Well, I'm hoping that the mayor will work with us and allow some traffic on the roads that he doesn't allow traffic right now. I know there's one section and where he can't allow it because big trucks get stuck on the railroad tracks.
Right.
But yeah, we're either gonna have to allow them to come down 300 East off Toto Road, which we don't have.
Mhm.
Or 50 from 39. Yeah. But it is, I mean, this bridge is rated at a 4, so it's not something that, you know, if we were to apply for like a NOFA grant now for it, it'd be 5 years before it'd be built. So I don't want to take that chance
Mhm.
because that bridge is very important for the industrial park.
Yes.
Which 50 would be ideal, because it's hot mix anyways.
Instead of 300, you get to zero.
Yeah.
I've been having complaints of a lot of truck traffic down 300, so I asked the sheriff's department to control it a little bit more.
Yeah, because they were signing, not,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you need a motion for that? You
Yes.
just need a sign.
I need a motion to approve the LPA contract for Bridge 137, then I need you guys to sign in blue. Is that still a thing where they have to sign in blue?
I historically blue or black, I think, but I don't know.
It was blue for like a couple of years, and I don't know if they ever went back to.
Make a motion to approve the consultant contract as presented.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need you to first, right?
Yes, that is just there for that Jim wanted you to have, and then this is the
Agree.
agreement. You don't have to make a motion on this. You already did the last meeting. I just need you and Charlie to sign it.
Yeah.
All right, do you have anything else for me?
Nope.
Need a motion to accept the claim for 326,336 left. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I still have all you here.
Mhm.
There's an updated quote. In turn
Oh, for,
for the access quotes.
right.
How long are you gonna hold it?
That one's 90 days.
Good.
This is the top of the 40-year again. When the last year we gave him 40 grand. Fix.
This is a different vendor because that vendor,
You never say that.
still dragging the feet.
Okay, good. He's still like,
Okay, good.
he's done one door, right? Then
One,
Alright.
half of it.
Alright,
I
yeah,
didn't know.
So that money
it's still.
has not been expended.
Right.
So we can.
I mean, we can check into it, my sure that's all nothing.
Okay, cool. That makes that number a little easier, so.
Right,
Mhm.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
A motion to accept the claim for 188,303.60.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And I do have your May 20th joint session minutes done. I just got them done yesterday, so I haven't sent them out yet, but you'll have those to approve for your next meeting.
A motion to accept the minutes for Monday, June 3rd. So moved. Second,
I'll second.
favor?
Aye.
You got something to do with it.
Oh, yeah. It's a request from the planning commission. So property up around Coons Lake, the planning commission is going to have to survey to see. You might remember this, there's a deck that may or may not be located on county right of way.
Right,
But
I'm talking about.
yeah, but in order to determine, one, if it is on county right of way, and two, how much needs to be abated, there needs to be a survey. Especially so we can give them, in their notice an exact, hey, you're 15 foot out on county right of way, this is what your setback is. But Bose does not have it in his budget to commission a survey for that property. So they asked me to bring it to you and asked to approve expenditure for that survey so we can move forward if, again, that deck is built out in the county right away, so we can go through the process to try to abate that or enforce it.
Wonder what that would be up to, probably what, 2 or 3 grand. maybe?
Well, we can get Bob, maybe if he's not busy,
That's gonna be my next question. If you want me to reach out to Bob and have him potentially do the work, so usually
if you don't mind.
gives us a
Yeah.
better deal, so,
Right.
okay.
I mean, we gotta get it done, or like you said, where it stands, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we really have to give them proper notice, again, how much they need to abate, so.
You want me to pay that from Jim Cat?
Yeah,
Yes. Everybody, that's wait until he gets us an answer, Bob will do it.
well, we can approve it up
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
amount. Probably what,
You do that.
3 or 4 maybe, just to be safe.
Save the step, make it go quicker.
I didn't-
Need this set number limit? I mean,
No, if
yeah.
we don't have to do it.
We just need to approve it and then
Yeah.
we'll approve the actual expenditure when it comes in front of us.
you can just approve,
We know we're gonna get a good deal out of whoever we pick, preferably Bob.
Mhm.
Right,
I'll make the motion to approve, commissioning survey as requested.
second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah, anything else?
Nope.
I don't have anything.
Got anything else, Pete?
No, that's it.
Ready?
yeah, I might just go ahead and make it public record that I'm resigning as auditor June 30th. Nobody wants to follow up with that? Yeah, nobody.
Did you expect a standing ovation rounds of applause that you're not gonna do that job no more?
I forgot my party toppers.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
all concerned that nobody will know what to do.
right. So was the commissioner, but we had to make a choice.
It'll be fine.
Stanley got.
So are you gonna be the new road superintendent then?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
Oh, thank you.
That's good. So
That's it. That I had. What we're gonna
Right,
get, what?
that's what I was just gonna ask you,
Yeah,
what, you got anything to bring up?
well, I was wondering about the, where they put the solar things in over there in North Bend Township there. When we had the hearings and everything, the guys from the company said they were gonna fix the roads better than they was when they came.
Right,
And they said they were gonna grind it up and you guys were gonna get some kind of machine from Laporte or something to grind the roads and and redo them. But now I don't know, are they gonna still do something and try to fix some of them roads?
Have we heard a timeline on when that to expect it? Cause they've already set the date for their opening ceremony thing. They got a date.
So it's my understanding that, before, I do know before they started the truck traffic out there years ago, before they started their project, they took Pacer ratings. So is my understanding that they're supposed to be doing Pacer ratings this week and next week. And then say it was a 7 and then now it's a 4, they're gonna pay us that 3 points to improve it. But in that process, we can negotiate with them as far as money. So
Okay.
they're gonna offer us a certain amount.
Okay,
And then it's up to the Board of Commissioners to kind of go back and forth and, you know, see if we can get a little more for more improvements or not.
okay, because we sure would appreciate it over that way.
And then-
After they put them towers in, they destroyed our roads, you
And then-
know, and they're still not. It's gonna take forever to get them
After,
straightened back out.
after we get that payment, so once we negotiate them out and they pay us, all of that money will be only into that section.
Okay, all right,
And
that
nowhere
sounds
else.
good.
But I mean, it won't happen overnight.
Yeah, well, I know, we just wondered if, you know, because there's a few problems, you know, that's come up because of those. One is the deer population. They're confused.
Right.
And they're going, I've seen 30, 40 head of deer in some fields, you know, and my mom's got one small field of soybeans last year, didn't get nothing out of it. They completely ate it all off. You know, and the DNR just don't, I mean, I don't think that they realized that there's gonna be a problem for the deer running back and forth, you know, to the river and everything. It screwed their whole pattern up. You know, and I don't know if they had that into, you know, if they're planning on doing something about that, but that's a big problem. The deer population is a big problem in our neighborhood. We just want to make sure that we're not forgotten.
Right, now you won't be, like I say, it won't happen overnight, but we are working on it.
Okay,
I don't know, I don't wanna speak for Rachel and Brock, but I don't think it'd be ground up and
okay,
redone, I think it'll be covered.
okay. And,
But it'll be a decent road.
and then you said something about you took some paving instructions or something like that?
Pacer trainings,
Yeah.
yeah, so they're gonna, what I had planned on doing is. They're hiring, I think it's like Lockmuller Consultants or something to do the Pacer ratings, but I'm actually gonna go out there with the foreman and Pacer them ourselves too.
Uh-huh,
So that we can compare what they're getting and then what we got.
okay. And then is some of the drivers and stuff gonna be trained in some way to put the stuff down good? You know, because
Well, yeah,
there's a couple roads that they did over that way that,
but it won't be up to the drivers, it's up to that machine.
yeah, it's up to the
Talking
machine,
about, yeah.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right, well.
What the drivers do got nothing to do with.
Yeah, I know.
It ain't for your time.
I mean, it's just, there's no sense in doing a road if you ain't doing it right, you know?
Exactly.
So that was one of my other questions, and I didn't get to talk to you because I was kind of playing phone tag with your office there. But North Bend Township, we got a new trustee for the last year and a half. And she was left with a kind of a mess there. And now come to find, the Lions Club was renting our building, the North Bend Community Building, for 25 years, and their lease expired. And they don't want to be there anymore, and the trustee and the advisors thought that they should sell the building. Well, there's a bunch of us in North Bend, we don't want to sell the building. We want that to be a community center in case of a disaster, you know, a warming center, a food distribution place or something, you know, that's the last thing that we have in North Bend Township, and we want to save that building. And we're working towards doing some stuff on that. But the thing is, all the trustees before her didn't have any money in the budget for the building maintenance. And I think we need some help somehow, you know, and see if we could get that put into the budget again, you know, so we can have maintenance on the building and the grounds and everything. And I didn't know, you know, who could help us with that in the county or.
We did that to Rachel and Justin.
So so the township itself owns the building?
Yeah,
Correct?
Yeah.
North Bend Township.
North
Okay.
Bend Township,
So,
it's the old schoolhouse.
so are you, if you wanna do upgrades to the building, you're the township itself would pay that out of the general fund, the general draw that they get.
Okay.
I know, like, I just did settlement, so, for example, North Bend Township is getting $82,000 this spring.
Mhm.
And that's money that they're supposed to put, budget and put toward whatever they
Yeah.
got a budget for. If your trustee's telling you they don't have money to help you with the upgrades, then you would have to put together a proposal like, okay, we want to do the bathrooms and the cabinets, and then you would need to bring that to the commissioners and council and ask for money.
Okay,
And it'd be
Alright.
up to them whether or not they fund that.
okay, because
And
I mean,
that's coming from the trustee.
Yes.
The Trustees should be on board with that. and
Or the, board, yeah.
participate.
yeah, she'll be on board with it, but the,
We've got the paperwork.
well, yeah, but the other thing is, we just basically need money for heat, electric, and mowing the grass, I mean, we're not asking for that much. And we're thinking about getting some kind of farmer's market going there or something and do some fundraisers or something, so we can keep the building and put it back into the community use,
See, they wanna sell it. They wanna sell the building and just dump it.
because,
Keep them selling.
and the problem
That's what
is,
they're worried.
and the problem, one of the problems is,
Trustees, it's up to the trustee, it's up to the township.
yeah,
I don't
well,
think they can prevent the township from selling it.
So they filed suit.
Yeah, unless they file, yeah.
well, we're in talks with her and she seems pretty cooperative with us. That she don't really wanna sell the building, but the problem is, she has to take care of the poor. And she has to take care of the cemeteries, and that money, that don't go very far,
And-
what she gets, it's not very.
Fire here.
And yeah, it's.
And plus all the sheriff departments were paying money out too, it's like,
There's nothing left.
there's nothing left, and she's just, and we're in one of the poorest counties in the state of Indiana. And North Bend is one of the poorest townships in the state of Indiana. And it just feels like we're just getting left behind, I mean, with everything, they came and put $35,000 worth of work on our building and everything, so people could go there and vote. And then 2 years later, then they move us over to California Township. And all that money, it's like bad money spent, from the election board. It's like, it's just like we're just getting tired of being left behind there, and we need some help.
Would the trustee have to go to the council? Is that how it works?
Yeah, the trustee would have to go to you and the council for both for permission or for approval, but North Bend, so your township, actually, the last 2 years, there was trouble with your draw and how the trustees submitted the budget to the DLGF. So you guys are starting out with, I mean, right now, you're probably pretty bad because you haven't had the draws that you're supposed to have the last couple of years.
Yeah.
This year will be different. You're getting much more money this year. I'm not saying that, that's gonna help or anything. I know that your trustee is having problems because of how it was budgeted the last 2 years and
Yeah,
how the
exactly.
revenue came in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But that has been fixed and you are gonna get more revenue from here on out.
Well, that's good to know, but
Yeah.
then I just don't know, if she's gonna probably need more money than that even.
Yeah.
With what she has to take
Yeah,
care of.
you'd have to come to the council and commissioner.
I mean, the cemeteries around there, the walls are falling down and I mean, it's just neglected. It's just like, people just forgot about us.
The tax revenue, they own half of Bass Lake. North Bend goes right through the lake.
Right.
So there's a lot of money there that comes off of that lake just for taxes.
Except for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're concerned citizens and we got a lot more people.
We're just trying to help her out.
Yeah.
Right.
That wants to, we wanna
Don't know
save
what
the
to
building.
do, she's throwing her hands up. Let's just.
Well, yeah, everything was left in disarray when she took office. I mean, I feel sorry for her, it's just,
I would personally ask her to talk to some other trustees around
yeah,
and see, to get her started on the budget. and stuff.
yeah. Because, I mean, I know that there's some deadlines and everything probably.
Sherry Bartoli she's been doing a really good job as trustee. I would,
When?
Sherry Bartoli,
Oh, okay. Where's she from?
California Township.
California? Okay,
On Markel and from Coons Lake,
okay.
he's been a trustee for years.
All right, well, then it's good. She had,
There is no deadline for requesting money. So that's whenever you guys get things together and come in and request money. But do let her know though that her draw is it's gonna be a lot bigger
Okay,
this week. We should be having it out this week.
oh, okay, good, that would be good to know.
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to come here and tell you, you know, some of our concerns and.
Right.
And,
like $3,000 or they need to operate the
Yeah.
building, they wanna sell it. I said, I'll give them the $3,000.
yeah, I mean, that's because electric and gas, I mean, and you just don't have enough money to go around, you know, it's just.
Yeah.
And I tried talking to some state, that Mike Bohack,
Yeah.
sick or whatever his name is.
Well,
I get his interns talking to me. I don't even never talk to him, you know, they're calling me and talk, oh, we'll see if we can get somebody out there to your meeting. And nobody shows up. I don't even hear another phone call from him, you know.
Mike, you were pretty good.
Well,
I mean, thanks for relaying the message to him.
Yeah.
He was just here this week.
He was,
Yeah, he's around quite a bit, so
but,
maybe his girlfriend or whoever runs off, I think.
uh-huh. Well, it's just a bunch of interns, I guess, or something, you know, it's, you know, I'm like, come on, you know, our county. In this, we really could use some help, all the way, for our roads and everything, do you agree?
Yep.
You know?
Well, like I said, like Rachel said, we're gonna start on them roads,
Yeah,
you know,
we need some help from the state though.
right?
I mean, and you guys gotta start asking for more money or something here, you know, cause you go down to Fishers and Carmel and you see a roundabout at every intersection. How many roundabouts in Stark County?
Right,
Huh?
but Carmen's got a lot more money than
Yeah,
the county. too.
Yeah.
Right,
And then sending it back to us,
right,
you know? And so we gonna have to start squeaking here.
right.
I,
Sounds like if you guys, I'd start the fundraisers like you're saying, talk to your trustee, tell her what we just discussed.
okay,
and,
all right, well,
Move
we'll
forward.
have her get in touch with, you know, see what she's gotta do then.
Right, yeah, ask her to call the other trustee. Like
Okay,
Rachel said,
Okay.
Gary, she's real good,
all right,
or Mark Ellen.
all right, well, thank you for your time, we appreciate
You
it.
guys got anything?
No, that's it.
Basically the same thing. The only thing I'd like to say is that we're in quite a hole right now. I mean, a crisis right now. And that crisis right now is the solution that they're seeing. Is that we just sell it. And because we don't see any revenue and we don't have any revenue coming our way.
And
Just sell it.
in this context today is the trustee and your advisory board.
Yeah, the advisory. board
Yeah.
wants to dump it.
Yeah, and, forget where I was going with that.
You know, so where I'm just coming from on it is. We hardly even have a chance as citizens. You know,
We just.
we just found out.
Yeah, because one of the Lions members told me, my wife is on the line, that, they lost their contract and they're kicking them out and they wanna sell the building. You know, cause their 25 years is up or whatever. Well, one of the past trustees from years and years back, he leased it to the Lions Club. And the Lions Club put Lions Club and everything, so everybody thought the Lions Club owned the building. We used to have 4-H there, we used to have AA meetings there, old ladies club meetings there, Boy Scouts meetings there. You know, everybody didn't think, well, we can't use it no more, you know, so they didn't even think and that's the way what's been going on for like 20-25 years.
Yeah, the people who made the deal, they're dead now.
Yeah, it's like,
Nobody knows what's going on.
because nobody didn't want their taxes going up or whatever, probably, you know, that,
That'll give you the.
I mean,
Start.
yeah. But we just want somebody to know up here that
Right,
we need some help.
Yep.
You know, and we sure appreciate anything we can get that way,
okay.
so. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.
And when we're saying help, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about time for us to help turn these wheels
Right,
and steer this back in the direction our community really wants us to
Right.
have, not just expediency to solve today's problem.
Exactly.
And things can move too fast. I mean, we're just a couple of citizens, how many we have in our community. And so it'll take us some time to get our wheels spinning and
Yeah.
get something going here.
right.
You know, we gotta get traction and we need time.
Yeah,
And I don't know if you can help or not, but I'm asking you to help, make sure we get the time we need.
We'll give you advice where to start.
yeah,
And I mean, then we'll go from there.
okay,
The starting point is with, you know, your trustee and your advisory board. We don't have authority to come in and keep them from doing anything.
Uh-huh.
But I would certainly encourage you to stay engaged with them so that they. At least acknowledge what your wishes are.
Well, we're pretty engaged with them right now.
Who's on your board, John?
What's his Lazoric? What's his name? Rich Lazoric, Gina Albright, and who's the other one?
We got Paul Telford, Gina Albright, and Rich Wizor.
Yeah. But anyway,
So
so,
they're not people that we think we should necessarily have a problem with. Don't-
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
get us wrong. But I've seen how things can move.
you know, they're in a panic. What are we gonna do? You know, we don't have any money to operate on and stuff. Well, let's start selling everything, you know?
Right,
It's just. It's just been there since what, 1924, 1919, that building's been there, you know? And it needs some work, but you know, there's other area that we have in the back where we could have a farmer's market or a pavilion or whatever, you know, we could.
It's a big slot of property.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. There's so much opportunity there because of the size of that property. And so, you know, there hasn't been, and it's not the current people's fault. It's what's transpired over the last number of, what probably went into the contract.
25, 30 years ago, it's
It's not being, nobody's thinking creatively of, you know, what the opportunities are, just what the problems are.
Yeah,
I hope we're our advice to help you get rolling,
okay,
you know, and like I say, come back if you need to, and we'll go from there.
all right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We start you somewhere.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep. There you go, you've got anything up, got it. No,
I'm good.
Mandy?
No.
Roberta?
What was the first thing when Rachel was up there? You guys, I couldn't hear you because you were rolling over.
We offered her a 5-year contract. To to go out there county garage and be the superintendent.
So is that standard? Like, do we usually give all of our department heads a 5-year?
No.
contract?
No, it was
We just
something that was
decided-
done with,
Yeah.
something similar to was done with Rick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
years ago, pardon me.
I don't know who Rick is.
It was on there.
He former highway superintendent.
So the standard, was it pretty standard for the highway department?
It depends.
I'd say-
I believe.
I'd say the agreement with Rick is what set the precedent.
So it's just, so moving forward, then we'll probably look at 5-year contracts.
Probably. It depends, I say, every time they change the commissioner, they can get rid of the superintendent.
Okay,
And that just kind of stops that further. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
yeah, I guess, but I don't understand, because that can happen anywhere then, so why don't we do that with other department heads?
And
If
as
they
you come
asked
up-
for it, I'm sure the commissioners would entertain it.
Would entertain it.
Yeah, any of the department heads can ask for it.
Right,
Gotcha.
it all depends on what comes up.
It just seemed like 5 years was a lot, so I was like.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Larry? You have any more about the bridge? Who's back there, Tom?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
All in favor?
Hey,
Thank you.
you want your pen back?
No.
I wasn't, I could.